All right. Mic check. Quite low participation today. We've only got 10 people registered. There's still 10 minutes to go, so hopefully we'll get a few more than that. I very much doubt this race is going to split though. Wide. Sadly, for all the hype and excitement about this racetrack coming to iRacing, it has generally not produced that good a racing. People seem to have a lot of difficulty driving within their limits of their ability here. I think in part because it's so bumpy, and just hitting the corner slightly different can result in very different handling behaviours. So races tend to have a lot of cautions, a lot of people off racing it, to be honest, myself included a lot of the time. I can give it a miss when it's on the schedule. Too tight. And I'm personally still struggling for consistency around here. I can keep the car under me and turn laps without wrecking, but I'm still not sure exactly what the best line is. No, I'm just practicing for qualifying. Definitely don't want to be back in traffic here if I could avoid it. Slid up too much. Never got a really good exit from there. So I think one of the reasons why it's difficult is there's very much a transition in the amount of banking somewhere between the bottom dotted line and the seam below it, but it's not very well defined, and it's kind of hard to tell exactly when you're going to get looser by crossing it and when you're not, and whoops, nope. It definitely is fairly easy to just avoid going down there to avoid getting loose, but you give up a lot of lap time and wear your front tyres out a lot by consistently going higher than it. So you kind of have to go down there, it's just tricky to do so consistently. Try going lower that time, that worked. And missed the bottom this time. Not terrible. Oh, I got beat by 0.006 seconds. Whoops, too loose, too much brake. Now got 15 people registered. A bit more front brake. Right up a bit. And brake later and harder. I'm gonna get back on the gas. Too deep again. Oops. Nope. The race session starts in 3 minutes. 1 or 2 more attempts at beating that time. Locked the tyre up. Missed the apex again. Nope, missed it again. Oh, maybe not. Yep. Maybe need to be running down lower on corner entry and diamonding the corner off more. In the race it's better to stay high-ish corner entry, but maybe that's not right in qualifying. That's a good run. Coming into turn. Just need to back it down a bit for qualifying, I'm just trying too hard.
You knocked your wheels out of alignment.
Probably fine if you get a 20.3 Or 20.4, that shouldn't put me too far back. I did get a 20.1 earlier on in practicing, but track temperature might have been a little bit different or something. Race is about to start anyway. So it looks like we're going to have 16 people
Pit boxing
in a race
right here.
with no splits. This is a very brightly coloured car. So I expect a fairly low strength of field, which means I'm going to have to get a pretty good finish to break even on iRacing. So not getting wrecked is the most important thing. With only 16 of us and probably quite a range of speed, probably get fairly strung out, so we could get some long green flag runs. I'm fairly confident I can do an okay job of saving my tyres if that happens. So I really don't want is lots of cautions that then result in getting back in traffic on pit strategy. Yes, I'm the number one car. We have a 3.9k rating person here as the number 2, and then the person who was beating me in practice is the number 3 car. Then everyone below that is below 2k rating. So, yes. Like, based on iRating, I should win this, in inverted commas, but it's probably not all that likely. I would suspect the 2 cars are probably going to be faster than me. I don't run a lot of short tracks, and I struggle for that right pace at them. The 3 is obviously quite quick, at least on one lap pace. I'm just terrible right now. Make sure I set my steering ratio correctly again. Wow, completely missed the corner. Better than that in qualifying.
Car inside. Clear inside. Car inside. Clear.
Double check I
Pit boxing right here.
set the steering ratio to what I want. Right. Okay, it's kind of awkward because I would love to try and put in a really fast lap. But also what I need is a safe lap. Group near the front. And we do have 2 goes at it, but it's going to be very difficult to set a faster time on the second lap, I think, than the first one. So I have to play it slightly safe. So I was just checking my pedals are adjusted correctly. Right. Okay. Definitely on 14 to 1. Okay, here's the nerves. And off we go. Great balance forwards.
Green.
It's not a good run. Let's try again. You can repeat the outlap as many times as you like within the 5-minute time window, so find my medication once I've done this before the race starts.
Green flag, green flag. Okay, here comes your first time lap.
Difficulty getting it to turn. It's not going to be great. And again, so tight. Come on.
One more lap.
Don't cross the line, don't cross the line, don't cross the line. Okay, I'll get one more go at it then. Wow. So it looks like just any 20.3 will get me on the front row. So now I only have one more shot at it. Just something fair, a little bit more cautious. So much understeer. So much more understeer than in practice. And 283.
Checkered
Oh
flag,
wow, James
checkered
Watson's
flag.
at a 20.101. Wow, nice lap, James.
Rum.
Yeah, there's no way I was going to beat that. Eesh. But long run pace will be a very different matter. It's very easy to wear the front tyres, or overheat the front tyres at least. Right, medication taken. Okay, 1 minute to rig it up. I'm currently third. Well, 5 people who haven't put a time in yet, but only one person who hasn't got the checkered flag. That's the number 9. So I think that's just like it must have hit the wall, or yeah. If the 9's actually doing laps, can't tell. Right. Oh, 2 Bud cars. A nice Radio Shack car there. The Logitech Buick. So we've got Blue October, don't know what that is. Another Bud car, Mountain Dew. That's me, the Trevor Project car.
Line up on the inside. Pit road is closed right now. We've put in plenty of fuel to finish the race.
Here's the real question for tonight, or today's race. How many people's going to get ran over?
Going for the win, lap 1, turn 1.
The SOF race last night had 11 cautions.
One of those, this car just pushes really bad off the corner.
Yeah, if you're driving this
You have
thing the
two
way you need
additional
to save
sets of
tires,
this race. It's smooth
no
and has a good
one
run.
in theory should be getting run over. AJ, when is the SLF race?
It's usually the very first time slot.
Catch up
Is
to
it 6:30 or 8:30 Eastern?
I don't know, I'm in the UK, so it's after midnight here, so I can never make it.
Yeah, I realized that as soon as I asked. My bad. I'm just wondering because usually at 8:45, I'm running the Silver Crown strength of field. So if they're at the same time, that means I can't do it, which is a shame because I'd love to run this SOF too.
Yeah, same. I like to
One
be on
lap to green.
the front page in points at the end of the season, and that's really hard to do when the only races I can make have like really low strength of field.
Right? Like, we get so little points for the races we run. It's so sad. Alright, good luck everyone.
Good luck.
About to go green. Stay focused.
Right. So there's some respect on the early laps.
The pace car is off. Be ready. Green flag. Green flag. Car outside. Still there.
Oops, bad line.
Stay low. There is a car on the high side.
The way the curb is on
Stay
this
low, there is a car
racetrack,
on the
particularly
high
in
side.
turns 1 and 2, it's very difficult to get off the corner if you're right down by the
Stay
apron.
low. There is a car on the high side.
There's that bit of grass that just like juts out. I've done it again, so it's really hard from here to actually make the corner at all.
Outside is clear.
And I've lost the position. Because I did precisely the thing I was saying not to do.
There, guys.
It's early. Plenty of time.
Slow car down low. Slow car down low.
Oh, Vincent already.
Slow
Well,
car
stays
down
low.
low. Go high. Inside.
15 was doing that.
Still there at the bottom.
Leave the door open for the 6.
Still there at the bottom. Still there at the bottom.
Stuff on the outside too much.
Clear inside.
Don't want to be dropping back this far, but so just don't want to be too aggressive either. Nice save.
Yep, clipping the grass on the exit of turn 2 is not a good thing to do.
Super easy to do though. Just my brake balance back a little bit. I'll have enough to stand on it on the way into the corner. Surefire way to spin out. Bit of a trade-off between saving the front tyres and actually being able to stop if you need to. Most of the races have run earlier, people have been taking a lot wider arc into turn 3. I say most of the races, I've only actually run one, but what I've seen in practice in that one race, I ghosted. People were arcing it in much more like I'm doing here. just trying to slide the front tyres too much. I'm not going to be aggressive and try and overtake all four of these people. So what's the point in trying one this early and then getting stuck? If somebody wants back past me again, it's not really worth it. One more person behind me, then there's a little bit of a gap. And the 15 car is somebody with a very low iRating, but he's obviously pretty quick. Sometimes it's just someone who has to quit a lot of races because their connection's bad, or life comes up unexpectedly a lot and they have to quit races. It's not always a sign that somebody isn't capable of being fast and safe. There is that tendency to assume if somebody's got a lower iRating and is fast, they therefore must be unsafe and wrecking a lot, but it's not always the case. It's a bit of a dive from me there.
Still there.
6 just gives it to me here now.
Still there. Stay low.
Right.
There is a car on the high side. You're in 4th position. Nice work.
Clear.
Outside clear.
It's part of the issue of why there's contact here, I think. Because there's not a lot of banking way down low, and it's particularly on turn 2. We've got that bit of grass that juts out. It's difficult to know exactly how much room is the right amount to give the car on the inside. You can definitely squeeze the inside car into a line that's just not very viable for them. And then you've got to guarantee that they back out of it on corner exit, and sometimes they don't. Then you've got the wall there. These things are pretty durable against few wall scrapes. And actually hit it enough to damage the bodywork, and certainly not bend the suspension, but little scrapes are fine. Soon start to get into the point where we start to realise, find out who's
Clear.
been wearing their tyres too much. Oh, there's a wall scrape, and that's hard enough to get a 0x for it. Don't want to be doing that. Do this 15 car where I'm actually going to try and really make a manoeuvre. I'll just drop back. What I'm doing now is kind of annoying.
Car outside.
Someone who's not really trying to overtake but also sticking
Stay
their
low.
nose in.
There is a car on the high side.
So it kind of gives it to
Clear.
me. There we go. Third. I'm pretty happy to follow these top
Back in
two now.
third. Keep hustling.
So right now if I were to finish here, I would gain 4 iRating. So what happens when you're car number 1 in a low strength of field race? You don't have a lot of margin for error. Got not much to gain and a lot to lose. Hopefully if you can get out front, away from people, often you're away from all the mess and have a fairly good chance of getting a good finish. You don't screw up yourself. It's just when you get back in traffic it becomes very worrisome. I am someone who overly focuses on iRating. I'm just really worried about losing it, and I shouldn't be, because the only cars I generally race are these ones, and I'm almost never in a race where I'm at risk of not being in top split. So it really doesn't matter. I could be 4.2k or 3.8k.
The yellow flag is out.
Ooh.
Line up, single file.
Now then,
Pit road is
probably
closed.
too early to take tyres. We've got 2 sets in the pits. Difficult decision here. We take them equal points in the race. You'd want lap 33 and lap 66. Still got 14 cars on the lead lap.
Pit road is now open.
Very tricky. We just lost one of those. Very tricky decision here. What to do. I'll select things just in case. I think it's too early. Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to stay out. Everyone else is coming. Is that a knock on my door? No, probably not. So yeah, literally everybody else pit. I know, the 11 stayed out.
14, got the lucky dog. Let them pass on the outside. Letter 14, car by.
Yeah, so I'm going to regret this if we now have a long run without a caution. Probably should have pit then. Just to be on the same strategy as everyone else. Because when's it going to work out that I actually could use fresher tyres? Or would they actually be helpful for me? I think we need it to go now. Probably 10 laps, so everybody else's tyres are no longer properly fresh. For me to come in and have some advantage of slightly newer tyres, but then it's not going to be much. This was a bad call. I just thought some other people would stay out. I really did not think I'd be the only person to stay out.
Honestly, I probably should have stayed out. I only had 96 on the right side.
That's reassuring.
Yeah, it was 96 and 97.
Yeah, I think I've not really gained a
That
lot.
was 94 and 95.
I've not really gained a lot of track position by doing this.
Yeah, I should have stayed
Potential
out.
for
I
losing a
lost
lot.
4 positions.
A few laps there. There
Not
again,
quite,
it might be
whatever.
possible to do this race on one stop. So then, I don't know. I'll probably put myself in a position now of having to get back in traffic at some point in the race, which is not ideal. On the other hand, maybe if I get back in traffic, it'll be earlier in the race, and people who have to
One lap
pit
to green.
after
You're on
me
the outside this time.
be the worst spot. It's hard to say. What the 11's doing here. 11, what are you doing? 11, can you go behind me, please?
About to go green.
Not
Focus.
traditional double file starts
11,
in
car.
this series 11.
11, do you want to protest?
The
Move.
pace car is in. Green, green, green. Okay, you are the leader. Looking good.
I hate to be testy at people, but I don't want to get a black flag for somebody not doing what they're supposed to do. One advantage of this series, if you're on fresh tyres, is at least you're on single file and can try and get a jump on people. If someone's going to start alongside you, it kind of negates that. They're not coming to spin me now. I'm very upset if he does. Oh, ran wide.
Car
This is a
inside.
good race. I'd get fucked.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear.
I was mildly terrified.
Car inside. Still inside. Still there. Hold your line. Clear inside. The next car's the leader.
Going green all the way, this is really going to suck for me. Maybe to be another caution. Should have factored that into what I was doing, thinking that's a small field. already had a couple of people drop out. We easily go green from here now. And I'm going to be on our really old tyres at the end. Bad call. Bad call all around. Just have to try and save my stuff now. Really need the caution to come out.
Car inside.
Ideally about 5 laps from now, but I take it now.
Still there, hold your line.
To come. It's also not
Clear.
part of it.
Inside. Keep high. Clear. Car inside. Clear. Inside.
It's fast for a few laps.
Stay
So
high.
let them
There's a
go.
car on the low side. Clear.
Back behind. Guessing the 11 took 2 and that's not working out so well for him. Probably very loose. Having trouble hanging onto it. A bit of a stack up behind. Bounce back a bit. Stands a bit too hard on corner entry and spin out. One saving grace for me is that the tyres do tend to equalise in this series. There are a few laps of speed on fresh tyres, maybe about 10. Then after that the performance kind of plateaus. The difference between 20 lap tyres or 40 lap tyres is really hardly anything. At some point it's not really going to be affecting me too badly. I'm on older tyres. As long as I don't drive them off the cliff of completely running out of tread. That's fairly unlikely I think in a race this length. Particularly after that caution allowed me to call them. Little stutters from my computer, I'm not very happy about that. Tight already. Drive quite hard to reasonable lap times on in older tyres. Saving grace for me now is if there was to be another caution, it would be way too early for anybody to take their second set. I could take my first set and if it goes green all the way, I'm in a really good spot. I still don't think it was the right call. I had the speed to be up front, just doing the same thing as everyone else, so that's what I should have done. I put myself in a riskier position here. Blinks out quickly.
Car inside. Clear.
We'll let the 8 go when he gets a proper run on me rather than just sticking his nose in on exit like that.
Caution. Yellow
Oh,
flag. They want you in
Which for
single
that?
file. Closed. Pit road
Right.
is closed. Catch start 15.
Now
car.
I can definitely come in, take 4 tyres. All I need to do then is not get caught up in any
Well, this
wrecks.
is a fun race, top 3.
Indeed.
One would be up here if we got
Pit
fresh
road
tires,
now
but I'll
open.
say the good race to you 2-1.
Sorry I didn't catch that.
I'm saying good race, it's fun.
Pit box in. 10,
Oh, definitely enjoying it.
5,
Well, I am now this caution's
3,
come out.
2, 1.
Wasn't so
Right
much
here.
before. Okay.
Lucky dog on our side.
Right sides. Have we got time to put 4 on? Should do from being far enough up. No side of the pace car yet.
Move it, move it.
First gear helps.
You only have 1 tyre set remaining. Line up, single file. Catch the 7, car. Pass the 14, car.
Lost myself a position by not being in gear. Oh, that's a lap car, so it doesn't actually matter.
Early on, I thought the pace car was like a normal car, so I was like, why isn't that calling a caution with the car just sitting there?
Pass the 16,
And it's only
car.
like 10 laps. I was like, oh, that's a pace car.
Catch the 7, car.
Right, so it looks like I'm restarting in 10th. We have 12 cars on the lead lap. I'm guessing those are the 2 behind me involved in the caution. And they're probably getting damage repaired. Probably not taking their last set of tyres at that point. So I just need to be methodical.
That was weird. It was telling me to stay behind the 16.
And awkward because you only really have 5-10 laps of good on fresh tyres. So it's tempting to try and rush through the field. But there's a good chance of getting involved in a wreck if I do that, so...
Well, yeah, she's
Which is the problem with this strategy, the fresh tyres don't get me back up to the front. They get me at best back to where I would have been had I just done the same thing as everyone else.
1 to go, next time by. Line up on the outside.
Not only have we got all these lead lap cars ahead, but there's then all the lap cars as well to deal with. So this could be quite awkward. I'll say all. 2 of them, it looks like they've got tail end penalties. So there's only 1 car on the inside line ahead of me.
About to go green, stay focused.
More front brake in case I need to stand on it.
The pace car is in. Green, green, green.
Right around the outside of the 7.
Inside, clear, car inside. Stay high. Still there at the bottom. Stay high, there's a car on the low side. Clear inside. That car is a lap down. Car inside. Stay high.
Lucky people realise I've got fresh tyres.
Clear
It doesn't have to be the
inside.
number 1 car. People tend to root for the number 1 car, assuming they're a lot faster. Which in my case isn't really true, but
Outside.
faster because of the tyres at least.
Stay low. There is a car on the
What
high
happened to
side.
that 5? There he is, still there. Clear now.
Outside, clear. Coming up on halfway here.
On the
Inside.
outside.
Keep high. Still inside. Clear inside.
Sorry, 13.
Caution, yellow flag. They want you in single file. Pit road is closed.
That was all me. I overdrove that.
I hope people don't pit here, because then I'll be behind again.
Pit road's open.
I mean, it is kind of early for taking the last set of tyres, but I think some people might do it.
damn, the pace car is flying.
We didn't have a lot of green flag running, but my tyres are nearly fresh.
Hard racing on 5. That was the 3rd time you came down and tried to block me though, so still 0x.
Car 14. Got the lucky
Oh
dot.
shit, the
Let them
one
park
back
on
up
the
here.
outside.
Lucky dog, lucky dog.
So still going to have 12 cars on the lap. This car's going from 3 laps down to 2 laps down, it looks like.
Let the 14. Car by. You had the position when the yellow flag came out.
He blinked out there a bit and showing us dragging on the floor for a little while. And a bit stuttery performance on my computer today for some reason. Hopefully it's fine in the video. Cool. So, in fact, this is my fresher tyre is going to be lesser now because most of the good's gone on them already from the few laps we had, and everyone else has had a chance to cool theirs down. So that whole just siding through the field on the outside is not going to be happening anymore. And the 2, 3 and the 15 have got good pace. And the 8's not been bad either. It was right up there at the beginning.
1 lap to green. You're on the outside this time.
Laps down again. It's the only lap car pulling up. Yep. 5's the lap down now.
About to go green. Stay focused.
So I'll see the leader this time.
The pace car is off. Be ready. Green flag, green flag. You're back in fifth. That car is a lap down. Car inside. Clear. Car inside, clear.
Wow, you guys are just going to hit that brakes that hard. Maybe he's trying to let me go or something.
Outside. Go low.
A lot to tie up there. I want to be doing that too often.
Keep low. Clear high.
Done.
You're back in 4th position.
Right.
Just keep hitting your marks.
I think from here on, if there's a caution, I'm pitting anyway, despite the fact I've got fairly fresh tyres. Assuming everyone out front of me does, because there's not enough of the race left to be playing games with trying to save a set and then look back in traffic, and people are going to be protecting harder. People aren't just going to let me past again like they did this time. It's like 20 to go, so it's better for me if it stays green from here. I can use my slightly fresher tyres to my advantage.
Outside, clear.
Pits, then I'll just all be even with everyone else.
Back in 3rd. Keep hustling. Doing great. Really good job.
We need any rush to get past these two. If they'll let me by, I'll take it. Otherwise, I'm happy to just ride behind. Difficult to do though with the 15 still pretty close behind me. Sticking it on the outside, but it's less late to work at this point than it was earlier on. It's much better competition.
Outside. Stay low. Clear up top.
I'm going to try too much of a send there, but I was hoping he'd give it to me, which he did.
You're back in 2nd.
Back on the brakes a bit. clip the grass. Two did as well. A bit of a gap here, so just try and work on saving my tyres a bit. Got to deal with shortly. This could be interesting.
Slow car down low.
It's pitting. Oh, the freeze in the wall. Gives me a bit more breathing room. Something a very protective line. Might actually be bad tyre saving down there because it's a bit looser. Sure. You might regret doing that later on if you stay green. I'm in no rush to pass right now. Although maybe we should try and do it before the tyres equalise. I don't know what's the best. I think if he was driving his
Sorry about that, Nine.
I think if he was driving his normal line,
Slow car down low.
the smart move would be try and get past while I've got the better tyres. It's still slightly matter, but given that he's running a lower line, I think wearing his stuff up more, I can wait. That said, I've been dropping back a little bit. Concentrate on talking and more on racing. So we go back a little bit with my brake bias. I mean, I can't run as hard now, but help me later on. Both caught the wall then. I certainly did. Taken more medication before I started. I am feeling a little bit dizzy. What it's worth, I have Addison's disease, which means I need to take steroids because my body doesn't produce enough. Does make doing stressful things like this kind of interesting. Body just runs out of hormones it should be producing. I can't exactly reach over and grab my pills right now, so just got to live with it. Still going pretty hard here. I'm pushing 98-99% and the 2's holding me off very well. I think the 2's got this in the bag, to be honest. Doing a great job of saving tyres. Maybe that line they're running is better than the line I've been running.
Left to go.
I should try switching up when I'm doing a bit. Unless they get messed up by lap traffic, I think they've got it in the bag. I don't want to win it just because they get taken out by a lap car. That's not working out so well for me. Oops, too wide, missed the apex.
Car inside. Clear inside.
Thank you. This was one play if we were to get caution right now. Because like I tell you, taking 2 tyres and hope a lot of people behind
car is a lap
takes
down.
4, but a few slow people take 2. So I do have slightly fresher left side tyres. I think that could be a horrible decision. Make my car handle terribly. It's hard to
Car
say.
outside.
Right now,
Keep low.
looks like second is the best I'm going to get.
Still there, hold your line. Clear.
Yeah, I've no speed through the centre of the corner. It's not done nice things to my tyres. I'm running as much rear brake as I can stand. It's getting kind of skatey on corner entry. Let me go, but I'm slow.
Outside. That car is a lap down. Keep low. Clear outside if you want it.
That's probably running the back of me, isn't it? Missed the corner rather. Loose.
That car is a lap down. 10 to go, this time by. Car outside. Still there. Outside is clear.
Nine to go. Yeah, we get a caution. Hitting is definitely the call. There's only 8 cars left on the lead lap. Do you get a caution? There's always certainly going to be one lead lap car involved in it. So we're not going to be that far back by taking tyres. Of course, if we get a caution right near the end, you have the awkward thing of, is there even going to be another restart? Because this series does not have overtime. So if caution comes out at like 96, it's a bit difficult to figure out whether there's even going to be another lap of green racing after the caution's finished.
Five laps to go.
Four to go. Okay, now if the caution comes out, that's the end of it. So I'm going to get second here. Flying something completely unforeseen. Great work making that bottom line work too. I had nothing for you.
I'm amazed I was able to get these tires the last 75 laps.
Oh, I've had 100 laps on a set of tyres earlier.
2 laps to go. 2 to go.
Yeah, but going up against you that had about 25 lap pressure tires.
Yeah, these new tyres kind of have no fall off though. After about 10 to 15 laps.
White flag. That car is a lap down.
I knew that if it didn't get you early, I wasn't going to get you at all. Hey, great win. Congrats.
Thank you. Good race, guys.
Yeah, good race. Oh, well, I enjoyed that. Had its ups and downs.
Checkered flag,
And
checkered flag.
wasn't a complete caution fest. It took
Great
forever.
job. You did really well.
I deserve to lose iRacing after that one.
10.
Let's see where we're at on tyres. 85, 88. Not much wear, but just temperature and pressure. Maybe too tight through the centre. I was just driving it wrong apparently. I'm going to blame the AI. I ran 2 races against AI the weekend and they were running with a really high entry. So it's their fault for teaching me to do it wrong. Joking, of course. Right, let's have a look at the incident. Not that there are very many. What the button is. What happened here? Too much rear brake. And nice save. But not so lucky for some of the people behind. Yeah, the Hardy's car just gets run over and then turned around. It's unfortunate. Yeah. And 4 gets loose on exit. Oh, I don't know what happened to the 12 there, that was weird. Very strange. Seemed like they missed the corner and went in really deep. Oh, don't know that. Oh, 16 loops it on the exit of 2. Catches the inside wall. And then stops on the racetrack, apparently. Climbs again and gets going. And safely in the pits. Oh, 12 runs over the 13. It doesn't let the 13 hit the brakes early or anything, you just got run over. 3. Oh, too much rear brake on entry. Oh, ouch. That probably hurt it quite a bit. Which is why he finished quite a bit behind the rest of us. The front two. Probably bent the toe a little bit. Oh, 6 winning the back of the 8. That 6 just too much rear brake, couldn't stop. And then unfortunately that collects the 9. And maybe the 11, I can't see what that was. Got trouble getting going again. And the 12. And it stays into the wall again. And the 12 is struggling, yeah. So 12 is doing this thing that you see a lot of people do, of reacting to getting of understeering by just turning the wheel further to the left, and that only just makes it worse. If you're at this point, you've got as much wheel in it as is going to do you any good. Just turning the wheel more just slides the tyres and loses your grip. All you can do at this point is let off and maybe use a bit of brake to try and turn. Just panicking by coasting and turning the wheel harder, it just sends you into the wall. But it's really hard to get out of that habit, because the brain is telling you, I need to be going left, so more wheel makes you go left, and it's difficult. Oh, 13 just catches the wall and exit. Blinks out. And then that's the end of the race, the 2 parking. Over there for some reason. No, good race, good win to the 2. Was enjoyable. See you next week.